Clemson in the white, Cal in the blue, and there's an honoring here. As you'll see, Gabby Gambino on the crutches got the start here tonight. She is one of the seniors being honored here. So a big emotional moment for her. And a wonderful touch, I think, Morgan.
After talking with Eddie Radwanski yesterday, I'm not surprised to see him do something like this and allow a senior to start when she's injured just to get that moment. He is so big on supporting his players and the people that they are, and a really great moment for Gabby there.
And it's game on now here in Clemson, South Carolina. These teams both coming in with tremendous emotion after big results. Spinning, turning. Is Tatum short into the box, and Clemson really comes out pushing here early. And should be an offside flag up. Good look at Tegan Y in goal. 3 shutouts on the year, 10th appearance for her. She's from Rancho Santa Margarita, California. But pretty unique, as this is the first ever meeting between these two squads, two coaches that are really legendary for their work in the game. Clemson's Eddie Radwanski and Neil McGuire of Cal. Clemson now driving into the box. This one is parried away, and the first corner of this game will come to the Clemson Tigers, who seem to have just carried on from where they left at the end of the Stanford game.
And that's a quick start. You had Kastenfeld in the first couple opportunities. This is Lyles with the ball at her foot. Clemson is so good when they pick a ball off in their attacking third and go quickly. You see Lyles splits defenders. This is a tough angle. Wise able to parry it over. But Cal not out of danger yet. Clemson so good on set pieces, looking to pick up where they left off from Thursday night, excuse me.
Yeah, 2 freshmen getting the goals to tie Stanford late in that one. They do produce some variety on these corners. This is Jenkins and short. This one's driven in. Good looking ball and punched away by Tegan Y. Clemson remains in possession here. Small knocks it back. Another big direct ball here into the box and headed away for the goal kick. So this is a game, Morgan, that you expect a little bit more from Clemson in the possession side of the game as opposed to what happened in the Stanford game. We'll get back to that in a second, because here's Neil McGuire, 19th season. Take a look at that. NCAA tournament, 14 of 18 seasons, over 200 wins, and that is tops in that program. Yeah, so do you expect today, Morgan, Clemson to get more ball possession?
I do, and after speaking with Eddie Radwanski, he said if we were to play Stanford again, he would expect the same thing from his team. This is a team that's learning in every moment, but I expect to see that from both sides. These two teams are pretty even on paper. When you just look at how they like to play, how they compete, they both want it to be expansive. And what's so interesting is both coaches almost verbatim shared if they have the ball in possession, they feel like they are in control. Or if they're on the defensive side, they feel like they are in control. And that's because of how they set up, how they like to defend as a unit. So I do expect to see a bit of a feeling out period from both sides. And I think Clemson came out pretty quick playing direct for the first few minutes, but I expect to see this game settle in a little bit. Both sides look to get their expansive shape, especially Cal, but also settle into a Sunday matchup. They never played one another.
It's one back here by Clemson. Careful, Juju Harris at the top of the box. Every time the ball's at her feet, there's danger. It's now Cal in transition here. Two teams with a lot of turnover. Cal lost 18 players, only 4 starters returning. Clemson's like an infirmary right now with all the injuries. So Cal will get their first corner of this game. Cal's Coco Thistle is going to take this corner. And boy, after watching our open today and some of the spectacular goals she's capable of scoring with both feet, she is one to watch here today. Senior from Encinitas, California, off the corner here for Cal to the near post. They try to help it on. Still loose, and Cal wanted a corner but won't get it. Eddie Radwanski, 15th season, took over in 2011 for Clemson. 2016 Coach of the Year, got him to the College Cup in 2023. Excellent player in college at UNC Greensboro, played for the U.S. national team 5 times. And in fact, yesterday was reminding me of a game we played against each other when he was on the U.S. national team. So just has done a remarkable job with this program, much like Neil McGuire at Cal. Clemson have wins over Ohio University, Appalachian State, and Charlotte, but draws against number 12 South Carolina, number 15 Georgia, and number 3 Stanford. So Cal pushing Clemson back here right now. They go back to their goalkeeper, Addie Holgerson. Holgerson is a senior from Charlotte, North Carolina. We're expecting a goalkeeper's change at halftime with Nona Reason, the junior out of Indiana, coming in. So they will use 2 goalkeepers likely here today. Here's Cal in possession now. Reese Daugherty. Well, Morgan, you said it was going to be a chess match. It certainly looks like one so far.
And just watching how these 2 teams are settling in, both when they have the ball and don't, there's not a ton of space in the midfield. And if there is, it's in an area where the opposition is wanting the ball to go based off their positioning. So right now, Clemson doing a really good job of getting behind the ball. Juju Harris up front, getting a touch on that one. That's where she can be so dangerous, is being able to pick it off. And Cal, early on, had a couple poor giveaways, and that's something that Clemson knows that they can capitalize on. And you can see the 3 in the middle, Alex Kloss right there on the touch, trying to find some space and build forward.
Clemson gets a free kick here. There's a look at Alex Kloss, just so good on the ball. Senior from Folsom, California. Part of that great midfield that includes Thistle and Bon Flasha. Real strength of Cal. Bruff had carried it forward. It's going to come out wide here to Jolie Jenkins. She's a freshman, 7th career start for her, and that's going to go right into the grateful arms of Tegan Y of Cal.
And that's not a bad idea, that ball played in from Jenkins, but it's one where there needs to be a little bit more bend, or as that gap starts to close, can she put her foot on it and find another option? Because as Harris continues to move forward, Y is coming off of her line, and there's not a lot of space for the ball to land in there behind for Juju Harris.
Senior day, we'll mention some of the seniors: Addie Holgerson, Emily Bruff, Gabby Gambino, Maria Manosis, and Nona Reason.
Glenn, something that Eddie Radwanski shared just from the Stanford game with this Clemson team is how do they take care of the ball when they win it? And that is so simple. It's a center back with the ball at her foot. That is a ball to the outside back that's got to be played on the ground in order to connect and then build forward. But instead it's a giveaway, and it leads to a quick opportunity from Cal and Kostmayer, because this just comes from a throw-in. It's nothing special. It's just a throw-in. Kostmayer gets a little bit of space, uses her body on that roll, and lets the ball go.
2 goals and 2 assists on the year for Kostmayer. By the way, she helped at the near post the ball on that helped them beat Pitt 2-1. Of course, the win against Pitt, Elholm Kursand and Mia Fontana with the 2 goals. And that was a big win for Cal over Pitt at Pitt. It's been different for the head coach Neil McGuire and his team with all the travel from California, Morgan, and playing new teams and going to new venues against new competition.
And it has to be a little bit refreshing for a team. Obviously, Cal's had a ton of firsts in the past 2 years joining the ACC, but for Clemson, it's probably hard to think about. It would have been last year when they play a team in conference that's newer that they hadn't faced before. And it also can be a fresh perspective for some of these experienced players, and can also give a bit of anxiety because you don't exactly know what to expect.
Kastenfeld to Jenkins. This is a good build-up here, and then a bigger tackle here. But that was some great interplay there from Kastenfeld and Jenkins. Jenkins still gets a cross in, but it's side-footed away, and it's Kostmayer now. A great little interplay down this left side from Clemson. And they're going to get a free kick because fouled on the play here is Emily Bruff from Liverpool, England, the senior.
Glenn, these two teams are battling early on, and McPherson is a bit slow to get up in the corner. She's the one who tracked back and went in for a very hard tackle in the corner. Great recovery, closing speed. Went in hard on that one.
Another one of these freshmen for the head coach Neil McGuire. When Clemson's got that 2-2 draw, they had a ton of freshmen on the field at the end of that game. Go back and take a look at Olivia McPherson.
And it's 2 outside backs. You have Jenkins getting forward for Clemson on her left, and just the closing there from McPherson gets her leg in the way to block the cross, but a hard tackle.
Good look at Neil McGuire, also coached at Mississippi State, Texas Tech for 2 years. Player at Augusta State College, also played at Falkirk in Scotland. 14 out of 18 years have gotten to the playoffs. The ACC Huddle crew will be live from Miami Saturday. They got a 2-hour pregame show, game previews. You'll get all the expert analysis, featured stories. It's all right here on the ACC network and the all-new ESPN app. So Morgan, when you go from a Thursday game to a Sunday game, what to you changes most? In other words, you know, do you get a little bit more time on the ball ultimately in this game just because of the fatigue and the fact that you played on a Thursday?
Historically, yes, that is overarching what can be expected from a Sunday game, and also teams are always trying to combat that, because just because it's a Sunday game does not mean teams should show up differently. But yes, there's less rest, and sometimes there's travel in between. Look at Cal coming from Pitt down to Clemson.
A big part of this. Restart here, Mackenzie Duff, 47th career start for her tonight. Here's Jenkins now. It's one back by Cal. El Kivo has come on for McPherson. Kivo was a starter in the last game, played very well. In the 2-1 victory over Pitt, she got replaced today by Malia McMahon in the lineup by Neil McGuire. You can hear the beautiful sound of the ball being struck here at Riggs Field. It's Cal in possession here. Glenn Davis alongside Morgan Bowen. You're watching the ACC network. It's Cal in the dark blue against Clemson in the white. Second ACC matchup for these two teams, and it's their first ever meeting in the ACC.
Glenn, something to keep an eye on after that substitution with McPherson is it pushes, with El Kivo coming into center back, it pushes Reese Doherty out wide. So she was in that center back position. Now she's wide right. She's played in that style before, and what I'm looking for is, does it change anything? Because Cal does get forward with their outside backs at times. Does that maybe change their style? Is she quicker to get forward, or does she maybe have to play in a little bit more and is slower getting up on that right flank compared to how McPherson would have been? So just a little bit of a tactical note, and I'm curious how it plays out for them.
Jenkins. Got that nice left foot in the left back position. She's coming forward again. There she is. Dangerous ball. It's headed away. Second ball's going to get picked up by Clemson, though. And they're going to get a free kick here in a very dangerous area now. Doherty doesn't agree with it.
Well, and you see it's a battle there with Kastenfeld. Does seem to be a little bit on the softer side, but it's a great opportunity for Clemson. And what I like that built up to this was the ball in from Jenkins didn't go to the first forward, it went to the second runner. So there's a runner in behind, and she's looking to play it over the top. It didn't land, but still led to an opportunity for Clemson. And they were also able to pick up on the deflection from Cal. They've been really good on the second bounce or the second opportunity.
Klein and Kerr stand over this. Feign it. We've seen this before. And it's clipped towards the back post. If it was pulled out, a little bit dangerous. But a little bit of chicanery there coming from Clemson, who did that same free kick against Stanford and fooled everybody.
Hey, they fooled me in the one versus Stanford, thinking that they weren't on the same page, but it's clear, really trying to draw the runners and the defenders to give a little bit more time. Nobody on that back post, though, on the later ball across.
Streaking down the right side here is Cal now. Demery got it inside. It's tackled away. Not a lot between these two teams right now. Maybe a little bit more coming from Clemson, and they are off and running here. They're going to keep it going forward, which is a wise choice and a good decision. This is Kastenfeld, who is so good on the ball. Gets it into the box, chested away. It'll be a corner for Clemson. The Tigers really putting it on now. Good little transition play there, led by Anna Kastenfeld in her 18th career start, the sophomore.
Well, and the cutback from Kastenfeld is so good. She's not afraid to go 1v1, cuts inside, and then it's right here. Looks like she's going to send it across. So clean on the ball, bringing it back. I love this idea, running it right across the 6. Well done defensively from Cal.
Yeah, McMahon chesting it away, conceding the corner. You have to give Cal credit for getting back behind the ball defensively as well, ticking down towards 28 minutes left in the first half. Clemson off the corner, they go to the far post. And there's the flag there, and it'll be a free kick coming the way of the Cal Golden Bears, averaging 1.22 goals per game, 14 shots per game is Cal. And here's the foul in the box.
And it's Duff who this ball falls to. But what I've been really impressed with is the commitment to defending deep from Cal, whether it be recovery runs. Right there you see the forward and Kostmayer getting behind the ball and drawing the foul. They've done a really nice job because Clemson has had some quick attacks. They've gotten the ball in transition and sprung forward, but they have not had a lot of time because Cal is dropping back and putting pressure and forcing Clemson to move quickly.
It's headed forward. That's a really good point because Tatum short, Emily Bruff, Lyle small. They can get you going in transition pretty quickly.
And we've seen them get on the ball, right, Glenn? And they're taking it's a good positive first touch, but that first touch is not met with a ton of space from behind. It gives them space moving forward, but Cal has done a really great job with those recovery runs and putting pressure on the ball when they're having to retreat backwards.
Kloss, Clemson now. It's one back by Cal. A good switch of play away from pressure now. Doherty. There's Kloss coming deeper. Clemson win it back. There'll be a throw in here for Clemson. Of course, in the Stanford game, it was all hands on deck defending for large portions of that game. But we're already seeing here, Morgan, they get a lot more of the ball in this game against Cal. Jenkins running it forward. She's got some space in front of her. She's going to get it wide. This is a very talented individual. Kastenfeld goes back to Jenkins. They got a nice little thing going down this left side.
Well, and Glenn, you talk about you asked about Sunday games and what that looks like and the differences. Oftentimes in Sunday games, you also want to let the ball do the work. So not as much dribbling with it at your feet just because you are a little bit more fatigued. Both teams are tired. But that's something that we're seeing Clemson. They're not afraid to keep the ball at their foot and go at this back line of Cal with the ball versus letting it move around the back, slipping things through the middle. They're keeping it at their foot, which is showing they're confident and they want the ball.
Run coming from Kostmayer. So Reese Doherty, who has moved out of the middle, now will come over to take this throw in. El Kivo coming on after Olivia McPherson had to go off. It's going to be a corner to Cal here now, so a great opportunity for them here halfway through the first half.
And Cal creating, it's Doherty off the throw-in. A bit of a miscommunication, two players going up for it. Looks like it comes off Kastenfeld, giving Cal an opportunity.
Miriam Hills off the corner. It's bent in towards the top of the box. Lyle's trying to knock it back to the thrower there. In that case, Reese Klein. Klein again off the throw for Clemson. Kastenfeld is on. But they missed her, and the long ball is going to go back to possession here for Cal.
And that's just an area that ball doesn't need to be played in at that time. Can Clemson slow down on the ball, connect to feet, and if they're going to play in behind, it's got to be higher up the field. Now you have a runner. Can you slip in, Juju? But it doesn't need to be played from that back line all the way across.
Jenkins. She's got time to get her head up. She's going to get a cross into the box, headed away by Cal, who've held firm at the back with McMahon and Kivo. Now a little bit of a pause here and the ability to kind of hold it for Clemson, get some confidence through passing here. Jenkins is slipping in down the left side here. He's wide open. They get a switch of the point of attack here. 4 in the box for Clemson. Delivery comes in. Is there a chance to get a shot off here? Took a deflection. Still bouncing around the box. Off the turn. It's going to be easily handled by Y. Tegan Y has represented the under-20 Women's World Cup team for the U.S.
And this is great movement. It's a quick turn from Lyles. You have the first run come across, a fantastic touch to keep that in play from short, and then the shot coming off. Y does a nice job just staying strong in net. Not the most difficult save, but I really love that movement from Clemson. It also started out with Bruff being an outlet deeper in the midfield that they could then push forward and have runners coming in.
Kastenfeld has gotten in behind Cal. Here is Kastenfeld. She is a one-woman show here and finally gets stood up at the end of it. Big tackle from Malia McMahon. But are we talking enough about Anna Kastenfeld? Because she's had a big impression on this game with the ball at her feet.
The left side for Clemson has had so much productivity. It started in the back with Jolie Jenkins, but Kastenfeld has been outstanding since she came in, essentially basically starting a couple seconds in. She's been dangerous, both with her runs, and she's not afraid to have the ball at her feet. I love a young player who is confident enough to go directly forward and straight onto a defender. But well done from McMahon. Really nice job just getting a touch in there, getting it aside. But Kastenfeld, can she keep that cut a little bit closer? I think if she has that chance again, she'll make a different decision.
McPherson comes back in for Kivo. And by the way, Anna Kastenfeld is 5-star entertainment. She's a sophomore. And I'm sure Eddie Radwanski is probably saying to her, anytime you get an isolated one-on-one, go with people. Cal will get the cross in. Coming out is Holgerson and parries it to herself, pounces on it.
And Cal with a quick opportunity. This is Hills, the left back, sending the ball in. Holgerson does a nice job parrying it away and then getting the second ball. Something that Clemson does is they rotate keepers now. So Holgerson will play the first 45. We expect to see Nona Reason come in for the second 45. I think of that often because these are two players. You always have to prove your place to start and get minutes, but especially as a goalkeeper, when you know you're only going to have a half, every single opportunity matters and every single shot you face. Really nice job from Holgerson coming off her line.
How do you feel about that? Is that simply because nobody's won the starting job?
Coming into the season, Reason was coming off of an injury, so I love the fact that she's been able to earn time. Sometimes that can be really difficult when someone is playing well and you just do not get an opportunity, especially in goalkeeper where you don't sub that position. So I do love that both players are given an opportunity, especially when there's a good relationship and they're working together, they're making one another better. And I think for Clemson, a lot of our conversation with Eddie Radwanski was about supporting his players as the women that they are as well. And a lot of these players have goals to play professionally. And if you think about it, this is supporting players every single game, every single practice, they have to show up, and it supports their development, not just as a player, but also as a human. And how do you step up to that opportunity and make the most of it? So I actually really love it because field players deal with this all the time. You just don't see it as often with goalkeepers.
So at what point of the season do you think Eddie Radwanski goes to making a choice about who his number one is?
That's the hard part. He said he wants his team to force him to make hard decisions, and that is a hard one, especially as you get into ACC play. I think it comes down to performance and who is really thriving, who is playing at their best, because into the postseason, it's so much more difficult. You need somebody who's in a rhythm, who is playing at top caliber, but your second person also has to be ready in case there's an injury, in case somebody is going in for penalty kicks and can really step up in the moment. So it will get to a point, and I think that just depends team to team, but no matter what, it's clear he is making a statement that both of these goalkeepers would be ready if it's time.
And there you see the goalkeepers expecting Nona Reason in the second half for Clemson. Depth so important in the college game. Here comes Clemson now out of midfield. Lyles plays this pass, kicked away by Y. And getting in there was the big striker, Juju Harris, who tries to put Clemson up 1-0 in this one.
And And it was time for Clemson to go and slip in Juju Harris. She's rolling away from goal. Really nice strike, a fantastic save from Tegan Y. But they have set up that opportunity. We talked about Castenfeld going 1v1. That's opened up more pockets for Harris.
Big ball's going to go over everybody. Jenkins is going to try to get there for Clemson. It'll be cleared. First shot on goal of the game for Juju Harris. Ball's played wide. Here's Jenkins again, who's been getting a lot of the ball. This time the cross doesn't hit the right area. Kostmayer. It's gotten opened up here a little bit now for Neil McGuire and the Golden Bears of Cal. The all-new ACC PM Monday through Thursday from 6 to 7 Eastern, and Friday a special 2-hour football-focused edition 5 to 7 Eastern. It's hosted by Kelsey Riggs-Cuff right here on the ACC Network and the all-new ESPN app. This is a familiar sight. Jenkins getting down the left side for Clemson here. Lyles knocks it back. It's a 60th career start for her for Clemson. Ruff has done a good job of just balancing here and being one of the controllers in midfield here today. Extended possession here for Clemson. And you hear that great communication from Tegan Y. We can hear it. And Morgan, obviously that's a big piece of being a goalkeeper, is communicating.
Yeah, and she's such an anchor of this back line, but that's an example of when Neil McGuire was talking about we are in control when we don't have the ball. That's what it looks like. Because yes, Clemson had it, they were knocking the ball around, but it went to exactly where Cal wanted it to go. And the opportunity where Y had to come out was not difficult for her to step up and win that ball. And now they can build forward and force Clemson to defend. And I want to see Cal take care of the ball. I do believe that they haven't had as many opportunities getting forward with energy. Can they keep it where they want it, knock it around, and then interject, go quickly? Can they find their players getting forward? Can Kostmayer show up? Kirstan's been a little quiet on the left side. She's been caught defending a lot. Can they find her through? She's a player comfortable on the left side. Can they get some more momentum there?
Yeah, great points all around there from that last statement from you. And of course, their final third entries haven't been enough, but here they come right now, and it only takes one. And it goes back to Holgerson, who's going to drive this one towards Juju Harris. Lyles. Harris has got a runner on the right, looked her off. She's going to bring in Jenkins down the left. She's one-on-one. And that's that great battle that continues with McPherson coming back on the field.
When we've talked a lot on this left side, it's Jolie Jenkins once again, but really great defending from McPherson. She knows Jenkins is left-footed. She doesn't fully bite when she starts to go inside, because then the ball would be on her right foot. That's not where Jenkins wants it. McPherson does a really nice job of showing her hips going that way, and then slides over and is able to get a foot in defensively.
Mia Fontana is going to come in up front for Lumi Kostmayer. Fontana's a great story. She's had a lot of injury problems. She'll be wearing the knee brace. Missed the entire season last year, and she scored against Pitt. Off the corner, it's Clemson, helps it out off the crossbar, and there's a whistle. Offside is the call. You should take a good look there at the talented Renee Lyles.
And this is reminiscent of the first goal that we saw against Stanford, how this team keeps the ball alive. It's not just the first or second or third. And this is such a small note, Glenn, but I love how Y gets her paw involved and does not let that ball go in. It wouldn't have mattered, but I still think that's a statement from Cal. But Clemson's so dangerous on the second and third ball.
Kastenfeld got it out wide here. Lyles drives it across the face of goal. Was there a handball? Clemson's claiming it. Your referee is Matthew Thompson, and you see the look on the face there of Juju Harris, who's got 4 goals and 2 assists on the year.
This is a fantastic ball sent across from Lyles. Looking at it slow, a great view. That needs to be reviewed. It's a good clearance the first touch, but look at the arm as the ball comes across. That one needs to be reviewed. First glance, it looks like the two players went together.
So Matthew Thompson will come over and take a view of this. We have seen these called, and we have seen these not called.
And this is a great look at it. You can see the thigh comes up directly and hits the arm. And that's from Kivo, who just subbed back in. She's in the right place. But you see the ball come off the thigh and hit the arm.
This ball driven in in a kind of a strange area. Hit her thigh and then went off her arm. Well, let's see what Matthew Thompson says here. Do you think it's a penalty, Morgan?
Yes.
For you?
I do.
You would give it if you were a ref.
I would.
But you were a defender. You were a player. Virginia Tech.
I would definitely want it too if I was Clemson. If I was Cal, I would not.
Of course. Okay, so we're getting word that this will not be a penalty. It's not a handball.
Wow.
Obviously, the referee, Matthew Thompson, thinks this is unintentional, and it reminds us that the interpretation of handballs week in and week out can be very different and still subjective.
I'm very shocked at that, because also how it completely changed the trajectory in which that ball went. Yes, it hit off the thigh. Wow.
Cal now trying to get it forward. You could see right away that Juju Harris was calling for a handball. Nonetheless, it's not given. On we go.
And what is so important here, Glenn, is how do both teams respond from that? Is Clemson going to be ready to make a statement after feeling like that didn't go their way? And Cal, how can they regroup? Because these next couple of minutes, the last 10 minutes of the half, are so important.
Harris trying to get in front of the ball here now. Driving forward is Clemson. It's Neely Kerr leading the charge. And Harris is going to get called for the foul. And of course, Cal very aware of the dangerous striker, Juju Harris, who's got 4 goals and 2 assists on the year. Only a freshman. Coming into this game, 18 shots leading Clemson, and had game winners in all games they won with a record of 3-1-4. Fontana knocks it forward. It's a first time shot. That's a tester. And I'm not sure if Holgerson got a hand on this. We're about to find out, but she might have helped it over. And that hit coming in there from Soleil Demry. Kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, Demry just had the ball at her foot, well outside the 18, on the corner. It's a bit of a tough angle, and she just let this one go, trying to catch Holgerson. She had it covered, well done. But I like the idea from Cal. Can they go quickly? You can see Holgerson is not far off her line, but Demry looking to go far post into that upper corner. Doesn't exactly get it to go, but still an opportunity off the corner for Cal.
And that's a save for Holgerson. Amelia Hope on for Coco Thistle. Taylor Leib on for Juju Harris for Clemson. It's Cal off the corner here trying to get the game's first goal. This one's way up in the air. Hard to get power on that delivery. And it's scooped up by Holgerson.
And Glenn, that's exactly what it is. That ball was lofted so high, players trying to time their runs. And as a header, it's hard to completely run through that.
Cal wins it back here. It's their next game at Santa Clara. And next for Clemson will be Louisville. Well, Neil McGuire said one of the keys today was to defend Clemson in transition. How have they done in that category, Morgan?
They've definitely been caught a few times, but where I think they've had successes, there's been transition, but Cal has transitioned really well defensively. So yes, Clemson has gotten in behind, but it's almost more difficult to have pressure on the backside because you have to feel it and you can get pretty physical on the defensive end. I think that's where Cal has had some success. Even though they've probably been caught in more transitions than they would like to be, their response has been very good.
Again, we have to bring up Clemson has had a tremendous amount of injuries, lost practically their entire midfield. We're looking ahead next Wednesday. ACC will bring us a great matchup. 7th-ranked FSU, Florida State squaring F against number 19 North Carolina, the defending champions at Dorrance Field in Chapel Hill. 7 Eastern, the coverage, and it's always seen on the ESPN app. And coming up at halftime, well, we'll do a preview of that match. And that should be interesting on Wednesday. That's kind of destination viewing. We'll have interviews with both coaches and highlights and stats. I know you're excited for that one on Wednesday, Morgan.
I think any soccer fan, especially if you love college soccer and if you love women's soccer, you have to be looking forward to that one.
Yeah, crazy amount of national titles between those two teams. Of course, North Carolina, 23 national championships. FSU has 4. It's the bevy of amount of good programs around the country. Just amazing here in the ACC. Well, Clemson holding it here as we tick down towards 5 minutes left here in the first half in Clemson, South Carolina. Cal and Clemson tied at 0. Clemson get it wide. Reese Klein trying to play it forward. Still Clemson, they get it out wide here. Let's see if subs can make a difference. Support comes in the form of Klein. Klein knocks it inside now. But to your point, Morgan, look at how collectively everyone is back behind the ball for Cal.
And once again, Cal is forcing Clemson to force the ball, essentially. Carla Small was incredible early on in that buildup. A really quick turn in the middle of the field under pressure. It got her moving forward, and then she plays it out wide to the left. And then you have Brooks, who kind of dribbled into the corner and took away most of her options. So then she's forced to come back, and it's just not as dangerous because this Clemson team wasn't able to go directly forward once that ball left Small's foot.
Morgan mentioned Natalie Brooks. She's another freshman from Roswell, Georgia. First career college match was against Ohio State, like others. I think there were 8 freshmen on the field at the end of that game against Stanford, a 2-2 draw. And Eddie Radwanski saying this is just such a good recruiting class that he has. Really made that clear to us in our call with the coach yesterday. Tegan Wise going to go with a bigger ball here. Y has 3 saves. Holgerson has 1. So Tegan Y has been the busier. More changes for the Golden Bears. Switch is on, but Cal's doing a good job of kind of pinning Clemson to that side of the field, and they finally get out. Good penetrating pass here. And they are just so locked in. Cal defensively, they're just really denying penetration in wide areas, which is helping keep the game in front of them. Again, it's McPherson.
McPherson has been called upon a lot so far in this game. She went out with a brief injury and came back, and it's good to have her back in because once again, this left side for Clemson, the right side for her, is getting called and called upon. But now the ball's being played a little bit more into open spaces versus it being on the dribble like we saw earlier with Jenkins and Castenfeld.
And McPherson doing a great job here. Here's Y off her line to provide the cover outside of her box, heads it away. McPherson's going to drive this one forward. It's going to go all the way back to Holgerson, who, apart from a little tester that came, has really been protected quite well by Clemson. There's been more activity for Tegan Y in goal for Cal. Under 20 seconds now left here in the first half. Is there one more attack in this one? There may be. Cal now getting into the box, slashing the shot, and Holgerson's going to hold it. And we've been getting used to late half action, but Cal with another chance here right at the stroke of halftime.
And it's the ball.
Huge change in goal. I think we just saw it there. Nona Reason has come in goal, so Addie Holgerson goes out as promised by Eddie Radwanski. Each goalkeeper going to get 45 minutes here today. It is Cal in the dark blue. It is Clemson in the white. Glenn Davis alongside Morgan Bowen. And there is Nona Reason. 4 appearances, 180 minutes this year. Last year had a season-ending injury, has played with the U16 U.S. national team from Noblesville, Indiana. So a circle around her here in the second half. Kind of a strange position to be in coming in after the first 45 minutes, wouldn't you say, Morgan?
It is a difficult place to jump in, and also that's how her role has been this season. So yes, that is difficult, and I also think it's given Reason an opportunity to really stay engaged in the first half. She knows the second 45 is going to be hers. So can that be difficult for a player? Yes, and also she's now had a few games to build into this, so she can really get her mind right.
And from the bench, observing some of the tendencies of an opponent too in the first 45 minutes. There's going to be a free kick here for the Clemson Tigers. Again, a reminder, they're 3-1-4 ACC. They've only played one match. That was that dramatic 2-2 draw on Thursday with Stanford, which was just an incredible comeback with Taylor, Leib, and El Bissinger scoring goals, freshmen, to get the 2-2 draw. And then, of course, Cal had their big win at Pitt, first time ever down there. And today, this is the first ever meeting between Clemson and Cal. Kostmayer plays it wide. She continues to run into the box. It's going to come towards her. It's defended very well there by Clemson and Neely Kerr. But you heard Neil McGuire mention, you know, that they got to get into the final third a little bit more with better ball retention. Well, they're in the final third right now. Opportunity to get players in the box. Kostmayer.
That's not good enough.
Well, Clemson fighting through a lot of injuries this year. I mean, this is like a medical infirmary. Look at the names on here. A number of starters amongst this group. Morgan, this has been challenging for Eddie Radwanski, but also he said, hey, opportunity for others.
In that, there's two ways one can look at this. You can look at it and talk about all the experience and changes that are having to be made for Clemson, but they have truly chosen to look at it from a way of an opportunity for these young players to not just get playing time, but to step up and make the most of their opportunity. Eddie Radwanski asked his team, make it difficult for me. Make me make hard decisions. And that's exactly what his team has done. You mentioned it earlier, Glenn, but the first goal against Stanford the other night, one, you have your team fighting until the final whistle.
Trying to get turned here. As Juju Harris goes out for the goal kick. Well, you know what you call that? You call that a champagne problem. As everybody gets healthy, you're going to have tough decisions. But I think that's what every coach would want, to your point.
Yeah, and they obviously have that going on with the goalkeeper battle right now. And also, you're getting these freshmen, a class that this team is so fond of. You're truly getting them in, and they're learning on the fly. And that's you can't replicate gameplay. You cannot replicate ACC gameplay. And this is really just benefiting this whole program, not just this year, but as you look at the longevity as well.
Clemson wins it back through Jenkins. Line goes all the way back to Nona Reason, coming in here in the second half, replacing Holgerson in goal. Good for her to get a few touches on the ball, get a little bit of confidence, ease herself into the game. Neely Kerr knocks it back. Jenkins curls it towards the corner flag. That's a good ball. Harris is in the box. Kastenfeld. Jenkins trying to get across, and it's blocked. It'll earn Clemson a corner here.
And that was Kastenfeld that started that opportunity. The long ball played into her from Clemson, and then Lyles just special on the ball. But once again, Cal doing a really nice job of closing space and not giving up the first chance. But now you have another dangerous opportunity for Clemson with the corner.
Lyles to take it. Box is loaded up here for Clemson. Zonal marking. They get a header in there, but it's picked off by Tegan Y. It might take something special to beat her today.
And this is one of the first times that a corner has come in and there's only one chance on it. So it's two players going in and nobody is able to get on the backside. Also the trajectory in which that header went, Y is able to quickly step off of her line and get to it.
Type of service. Should these corners be driven in maybe a little bit more so that the power's in the delivery?
A lot of it depends on the players and the skill that's in the box. I think with Clemson, it works really well for the ball to be driven in with pace because that sometimes can lend to a second chance. Or you look at the goal from Bissinger the other day, an incredible finish with her head.
Breaking out now here is Cal. And that was tempo being lifted there. We're looking for some of those moments here, and that could be what maybe determines a winner here today. McPherson was off the throw there, and it was her who got forward. That's Kersand, and you were asking for more from her. Oh, it's a chance here. It's a shot and a goal. Cal has gone up. Lumi Kostmayer absolutely tags that. Picked up a loose ball. And the Golden Bears of Cal have struck first here. Kostmayer with the third on the year.
And Glenn, this opportunity starts because Cal has the ball in an advanced position. It's the outside back. Hill's getting forward. A poor clearance and nobody else is there except Kostmayer, who steps off right around the PK mark. A great first touchdown, and she just strikes through that ball. As an attacker, a goal scorer, that was gifted right to her foot, and she made the most of it for the Golden Bears.
So that one on the edge of the 6 and fading away and not able to get a lot of power on it was Duff. Potentially Nona Reason needs to get off her line there.
You're expecting your defender to clear that ball there. So no, I don't think that's exactly goalkeeper, especially with how the ball whipped in. Hills was far back. So Reason is also staying on her line because she doesn't know exactly where the ball is going to be played in. So it's hard as a defender. You're drawing backwards and your momentum has to shift forward to try to clear it out. But that's also where the center midfielders can drop in and support to also put pressure there. And unfortunately, for Clemson, Kostmayer was the only one there, and it dropped right to her foot. She also read it really well. Instead of going with the defender and dropping forward for that first ball, she kind of pulled back, and it worked out well and dropped right to her foot.
And to your point, great delivery. And delivery forces people into decisions. And here comes Cal again. They're energized. Kersand. Here's the goal scorer, Kostmayer. And I think, to be fair, you would say Clemson had the better of it in the first half, but Cal has found some real energy here to start the second half. Hill steps up. And now it's up to Clemson to find the game's next goal.
And Glenn, a difference maker there for Cal was their outside backs got forward. Hills, you said like service and delivery forces people to make decisions. It's harder when the ball comes from deep where Hills was, because like I said, goalkeeper Reason is having to decide her positioning versus it being end line, and she can shift towards that near post. But what's supportive for Clemson, now that Hills is getting forward, if they pick the ball up like they're really good at doing in transition, they then have an outside back out of position and can look to slip in Harris in behind. So the game hasn't fully opened up, but there's little spurts where it's starting to. And if Clemson can go in transition, that will actually play really well into their strengths.
Seeing a little bit more risk, huh? Cal in possession now. One back by Clemson here. Jenkins. Margins are slim. Generally in the ACC, so many good players and rosters on all these teams. Juju Harris is going to get called for the foul. What more can Clemson do to get her a little bit more involved in this game, Morgan?
Well, they need to switch up, but looking at this replay, I actually don't mind this physicality. I think, yes, the player goes down in McMahon. I don't think Harris is super aggressive in that sense. I think it's just body positioning, but asking how Clemson can get Harris more involved, they have to switch it up. They had success with Kastenfeld getting her wide. The more that she goes 1v1, it forces defenders to slide over to her, which then can open up pockets for Harris centrally. So as they get forward, like Eddie was saying, they have to connect the ball to create these opportunities. And if they go to Kastenfeld a couple times, go there and then slip through Harris in the middle. And also continue to get Lyles forward. If she's in an advanced position and the ball is at her foot, she can create or also go herself, because then defenders start to worry more about Harris and Kastenfeld as well.
Hills, Kursan. Good circulation of the ball here from Clemson. They've gotten Jenkins out now. She's released. Just not enough weight on the pass there to Kastenfeld, but it'll be a Clemson throw here. It's a 15th collegiate goal for Kostmayer. Take a look at some of the upcoming games here on the ACC.
Can set the tone, and also stakes are higher in the postseason, and all these teams know how to win, especially when you look at Carolina, Florida State, Notre Dame.
Chance to break here now for Cal as they win a ball in midfield, and that good hard work is going to earn them a corner here. Weight of the pass, not heavy enough, kind of flat, and it allowed somebody to come in and win this.
And once again, it's not connecting the pass for Clemson. And then it's Kursan. We wanted to see more of her. We already saw it in the second half. She's quick on the ball again. Yes, she's floating away from goal, but she still creates a chance for Cal.
Yeah, and she's kind of playing on the right a little bit now. Big recruit for Cal. Elhome Kursan had a goal against Pitt. Freshman. Miriam Hills to take the corner with this left foot here. Hills, that's a good looking corner, defended well. But he hesitated there for a moment. And they're going to give a free kick to Clemson here. First time ball towards Juju Harris. Just ping-ponging around here a little bit. And finally comes to the feet of Hills. Direct ball bypassing midfield goes Cal. Towards the goal scorer, Kostmayer. Kostmayer looking for a second here. Can she get a shot off the post and in? She banks it home. And Kostmayer has scored a second here, and Cal now goes up 2-0. Thought she lost her angle and somehow found a way to sneak it in.
And this is a very cheeky goal from Kostmayer. It's a big ball in, and it looks like Clemson defensively is going to win it, but Kostmayer just steps right in and gets past Carr and then Duff, and this angle is completely closed between the defender dropping in, goalkeeper coming out. Duff is trying to track back, but it's actually the toe poke with her right foot that goes to that far right corner and puts it in. She doesn't even open up her hips. If she does, she's gonna miss it wide. All she needs is that little touch, and it's the toe poke to the far corner. That's a brilliant finish from Kostmayer, a confident finish, and she just blows by her defenders.
Not a surface you often see used, the toe poke, but because of the way she was running, and you described it perfectly, Morgan, she put it off the far post and in, and it's a big day for Kostmayer, who now has a pair of goals. She's doubled her season outlook here in the second half. Now has 4 on the year. And that was a position. In comes Clemson now. They may be unleashing the potential of a striker up front now with Cal and Neil McGuire. It's 2 goals in 8 minutes for Kostmayer and Cal, and they have a 2-0 lead here. Long direct ball. And it's really imperative that Clemson get the game's next goal. Harris got it wide, wants it back. Pass is cut out. Cleared by Cal. Kastenfeld. Harris tried to help it on. Got a real sense of sort of urgency here. It's getting a little bit more chaotic for Clemson now. But they are committing some numbers forward here. Cross going towards the back post. That's a good ball. Ball is loose. It's 2-1. They do get the game's next goal. Juju Harris. Game on here in Clemson. Quick response.
When Eddie Radwanski talks with his team about managing the moments in the game. Can you ride the momentum when it's working in your favor? How do you get past it when it's not? And this is a team going down 2-0. That doesn't faze them. They continue to play their style. This is a really nice team goal. It's the ball out wide coming from Bruff. It goes to Bissinger. It's a really nice ball sent in to the far post. And watch Harris. She turns her body. She stays with it. And then she opens up and is able to knock it home. She's not out of the moment when it's past her. She squares up, keeps an eye, and then easily can push that one in the back of the net. Really well done from Clemson, working to their strengths. The ball played in, they'll challenge, and then it falls right to the foot of Harris.
And this is a tremendous knockback here. Brooks with a tremendous knockback to keep this play alive. Beats 2 Cal players at the far post, and this is just a sitter.
And it's 3 freshmen. The ball played in from Bissinger. Then it's Harris. Excuse me, then it's going over the top to Brooks, and then Harris knocks it home.
Well, we got a game. 3 goals in the span of about 10 minutes. 2 for Cal. Clemson counters. Plenty of time for a lot to happen here. Big, big play from Natalie Brooks. Juju Harris picking up goal number 5 on the year. This is only her 9th career start in the college game. And she's already got 5 goals. Real ambitions according to Eddie Radwanski, to end up being a professional soccer player. That is her goal. Made that very clear. And there's a number of players out here, most likely all of them, that want to be next level when it comes to going from the college game to the professional game. Kerr switches it. And it looks in some ways, Morgan, that Clemson seems to have regained a little bit more confidence here after the goal.
And it's still important for them to make sure they're combining and finding feet and moving forward as a unit, because if they start to knock it around and have some costly mistakes, Cal has shown that they can quickly pick up on that. So for them right now, can they find feet? Can they play into the ground and build forward that way?
Another big throw from Clemson here. More from Brooks, who's brought some inspiration down this left side. Brooks trying to get a cross in, swept out of there by Cal. It's a foot race here, and it's going to be won by Clemson, doing the safe thing to get that away. ACC huddle live from Miami. Florida, the Gators against Miami U next Saturday, 10 a.m., noon Eastern. Off the quick throw. Cal regains possession here. Trying to work their way through right down the heart of the Clemson defense. Miriam Hills from Germany plays it down the line. Not able to get there was Cara Borthwich from Edinburgh, Scotland. So we do see a lot of international players in the college game. Take a look at this United Soccer Coaches poll from the ACC, Morgan.
And we're used to seeing many, many teams like this. I think what's a bit surprising is Florida State still in the top 10, but seeing Carolina number 19, we'll see those two go head-to-head on Wednesday. But Virginia Duke just playing this past Thursday, really good win for Virginia. I think it's a big confidence builder for them. But you gotta love the ACC this season. It does not get better.
Well, and you played in it. Also getting votes was your former team, Virginia Tech.
And Virginia Tech coming off a big season for them last year. They have some new players, some transfers coming in and making a difference, but these are teams that, it's been interesting when you see teams go far in the postseason in the NCAA tournament. I'm always curious, how do they respond the next year? We saw Clemson 2023 going to the College Cup, now trying to get back there. They feel like they have a class that can do it. Cal last year getting to the NCAA tournament, winning their first round game. So these are teams, we talk so much about how difficult conference play is, and it really does set them up for the postseason.
Here's Harris now. Harris lays it off to her left. Players getting in the box for Clemson to tie it up, and they do. Fantastic goal. Making the run into the box and producing an equalizer is Clemson. Taylor Leib, the freshman who was a hero on Thursday, has scored again. It is now 2-2. This is ebbing and flowing in all kinds of different directions.
What a weekend for Taylor Leib. This is just a really hard fought ball. Once again on the side, it's Brooks creating, then it's the through ball. Harris dribbling directly at that back line. She has Lyles getting forward, makes an incredible decision, and a wonderful ball played back across. Leib is where she needs to be, but look how this ball slips through. 1, 2, 3 defenders get beat by that quick ball from Lyles, and Leib sends it home. Beautiful finish, but this build-up from Clemson, it's 1, 2, 3. That ball played across 4, and Leib putting it home.
Renee Lyles with the beautiful cross. It was Juju Harris who came back into midfield to release Lyles. Boy, there's a lot of great elements in that goal. But it is a freshman that has tied it up, Taylor Leib, in the 68th.
Glenn, we talked so much about managing the emotions from Thursday night's game coming into this one, but these teams have to manage the emotions from today. Just this second half and what it is showing so far. I also think both sides have finally opened up, which is creating more quick spots and interchanges. The feeling out period is done. And now it comes down to who's going to put it in the back of the net to get these points.
You got that right. We've seen 4 goals in 16 minutes. And it has turned into a goal fest here in Clemson, South Carolina. Quite a 2 matches for freshman Taylor Leib. Birmingham, Alabama is where she's from. Now has 2 goals on the year. Scored against Stanford in the big comeback and has scored today in the comeback here against Cal. And Morgan, it just seemed like, you know, Cal had just kind of wrestled their arms around this game, seemed to have it under control, and then in the blink of an eye, it's now 2-2.
And something shifted with how Clemson was playing, though, because before they were in more of a 4-2-3-1. Harris was, yes, the first line of defense, but up a bit by herself at times when the ball would go through. But Clemson started winning the ball a little bit higher up the field. It's what Cal wanted to do, but we saw more of that advanced positioning coming from Clemson, and it worked out well because then they had the numbers forward. You saw Lyles running in behind. Obviously, out wide, you've had Kastenfeld, Leib getting involved as well. So they're not having to build forward the full length of the field or the full half. They're up higher, and that's where their numbers are, and they can get creative.
Boy, Natalie Brooks has brought a wonderful energy to this game. If you're looking for little things that may platform you, I don't know if he's allowed to keep that. He may have to give it back. By the way, it is Youth Day as well here at this Clemson game. Big switch of play now. 2-2. Out for the goal kick. That freshman making a very big difference. Let's take a look at some ACC news and notes here. Virginia. Morgan, do you get the sense that maybe Cal is a little bit rattled here after these 2 goals?
I think they just need to hold the ball and move it around. Kind of like we heard Eddie talk about with his Clemson team. Can they connect? Can Cal move the ball around back through their midfield? They've had a lot coming from the outside back with Miriam Hills right here, but how can they find the ball back through the middle, get Kloss on the ball, get your players who can put their foot on it and then build forward? Because if they go forward from deep in their midfield, we saw Kostmayer doing it, but that's a lot of energy that's being exerted, and it's hard to then come back and build once again. We're talking about Sunday, second game on the weekend, all the emotion from Thursday and also this game. How can they let the ball do the work a little bit more and get that expansive shape to open up some lines to start playing through?
They put together about 12 passes here, getting a little bit more possession, trying to get forward. They're going to get a free kick here now, so Cal looking to try and battle back here. They've had wins over UC San Diego, San Francisco, and Arizona. And then, of course, that big win at Pitt, 2-1. There's a good look at Neil McGuire. Last year, they were 13-6-2, 5-4-1 in the ACC, getting to the second round of the NCAA tournament. Tegan Y will knock this in the box, and her counterpart way off her line. No reason to pick this one off with conviction.
No questions on this one. Reason coming out. I would have expected her to be a little bit louder there because she is coming out quick off of her line, but confident, getting up and holding on to the ball.
Ran right over her center back, Mackenzie Duff, to get it. It's a bit of a scrum here. Out of there comes Kursand now. And you were mentioning she wasn't as alive in the first half. She has come to life a little bit more in the second. Seems like she's played a lot more central than she did against Pitt.
Well, and she's used to playing on the left. That's her natural side, but she is able to move around. If she's on the right, like we saw a little bit earlier on, she's able to cut central. But just with some changes now, Kostmayer out, you have Dimmery up at center forward. I'm not surprised to see that movement. But what I do want to see more from Cal, they won the ball in transition, and then building forward, all of their midfielders were in a straight horizontal line. The ball comes wide to Thistle, but then she has to open up her body. She's not side on, ready to move forward. And these are little things positionally that can just support them as they look to build into the attack.
Brooks is going to get a cross in. Goes over everybody. Kursand drives it out of there. Like Clemson is really backing Cal in now. Cal looking a little bit heavy-legged at this point here. Under 15 minutes left in this one in Clemson, South Carolina. More from Brooks. Brooks trying to get to the end line. Still Brooks, and then cleared by Cal. The drive and the determination from this young lady, Natalie Brooks, down the left side. In it comes again. Good switch of play. We got an overlapping run here. Cross towards the near post. It's a shooting opportunity pulled wide. But Clemson continuing to pour it on here. Trying to get another one, and again, it's Taylor Leib.
And this was the previous opportunity. It's Brooks getting forward. That's a battle there. Fans wanting a call with Cal getting on the inside, but this is the last chance. A great ball sent out wide to Bissinger, and then it falls to Leib. She's in the right place, just misses frame. But Clemson's had success getting the ball wide. Really nice balls snuck in, and it's a poor clearance from Cal, which gave Leib that opportunity on frame.
All right, what a finish we have here. We're under 14 minutes left here on the ACC network. Glenn Davis alongside Morgan Bowen, former Virginia Tech defender. It is Clemson 2, Cal 2. Cal getting 2 from Kostmayer in a span of 8 minutes. And then coming back in a big way, Clemson. Hills will knock it back. We've got 4 goals in 16 minutes. And a big variety. Tegan Y now. In goal for Cal. Clemson gets a free kick. Some good work there from Carla Small. Again, another freshman. She's from Hawaii. Let's take a look at all the goals. They come in a span of 16 minutes, Morgan.
Yeah, and if you looked away briefly, you missed it. It was Lumi Kostmayer putting this one away. The ball fell right to her foot off the deflection. And then she's in behind, a little toe poke. There's no angle. So cheeky, she pushes it to the far corner. But Clemson responded with who else? Juju Harris. Really great ball sent across from Lyles. On this second one from Taylor Leib. 2 goals in 2 games for the freshman.
Crazy. And this game has really just changed momentum in so many ways. Right now, it's back with Clemson.
Glenn, you can hear how confident this Clemson team is when it comes to their set pieces. Because in that moment, Bissinger, her back is to where she needs to go. She has a defender on her tight. There's really not a lot of options. And you hear the Clemson team yelling, get a corner, get a corner. They know that can be a game changer for them. And yes, some teams like to play to set pieces, but Clemson is so confident with their ability in the air, the second and third ball, that they will continue to fight for those opportunities.
Again, Bissinger, another freshman. As Morgan mentioned, this is going to be easy here. It's a basket catch and goal from Tegan White. It's on that under-20 World Cup U.S. team that ended up in third place with the bronze medal in 2024. Kind of played 10 matches last year and then went away with the national team. So you've got the talent at the college game, mixing national team play with their collegiate play. Pass from Small out wide. Here's Small now. Cross coming in again. It's swept out of there by Cal. It's all Cal right now trying to be the protagonist. Off the turn, trying to whip it in again. There's Renee Lyles. Look at how backed in Cal here is under 10 minutes left. Only player high for them is Lumi Kostmayer, the 2-goal scorer. It's big space out wide here. Shot is blocked. Emily Bruff switching it out wide, who's put in a workmanlike performance in midfield. Here's Bruff. Took a quick glance behind her, now gets her head up, switches the play here. This is the talented freshman, Elle Bissinger. Bissinger, the confidence to run at people. Small trying to find a little seam to slip a pass in.
And Glenn, you talk about confidence. This Cal team is sitting so deep, and Clemson is not afraid to get the ball in their foot, looking for those small little pockets, little seams to open up.
Clemson now. And Cal, to their relief, will get a throw in here as we're under 8 minutes left. We're looking ahead next Wednesday. ACC Network's going to bring you a great one. 7th-ranked Florida State squaring off against number 19 North Carolina. We go to Chapel Hill and Dorrance Field. Coverage is going to begin at 7 Eastern and always seen on the new ESPN app. Olivia McPherson, who has had an outstanding game defensively for Cal, has asked here for a little bit of attention because remember, she had gotten a concussion protocol in the first half. She's really put in a wonderful effort out wide for Cal.
Then you think about time zone changes. So Cal really trying to support their student athletes with things that are outside of their control just from being in this competitive conference.
So Olivia McPherson is coming off. Reese Doherty will come on. Doherty was on in the first half. Doherty's a junior from Long Beach, California. And McPherson really putting in a great shift here today. Under 8 minutes left here. Goes all the way back to Nona Reason. Clemson going to try to reconstitute that energy that they had before the stoppage. Juju Harris putting pressure on, forces the clearance. It'll be a throw in here, Clemson.
And it also went out to be a corner, Glenn. So this is a really dangerous chance. Clemson fighting through the end of this 90 minutes. Cal as well. This is where the Sunday games can get you. You're exerted. It's a Sunday. It's hot. It's humid. These players are tired. And as freshmen, it's your first back-to-back ACC weekend.
Clemson off the corner here. And Juju Harris is carrying some niggling injuries as well. I mean, there's players fighting through that we don't even know about because the game's come thick and heavy. Off her line there is Tegan Y for Cal. Good safe handling from her.
And this ball dropped in from Lyles. Nobody's on that near post. It's not a bad ball, but there is no runner to the near post. And Y's able to come off her line and handle it easily.
Bissinger knocks it inside. Carla Small back to her. No, it's a back pass that may cause a few problems, but the alertness there of Nona Reason, wonderful from her. Bissinger.
That was so good with her feet, too. A really calm first-time ball from the goalkeeper.
Bissinger. This is a great ball down the side, but unfortunately a little bit gassed maybe at this point is Lyles, who's going to try to win it back. She's claiming throw, and she's going to get it. Good work from her. It's a quick throw-in. Ball's in the box. It comes right into the hands of Tegan Y. Tired legs, tired minds at this point as we approach 5 minutes left.
Glenn, you can see Clemson has the right idea, trying to find that ball in the middle. Harris is right around where it's coming, but she doesn't have that extra step right now. Can she push through? Can this Clemson team and Cal defensively, when they win it, can they hold on to the ball and build forward so they're not stuck defending once again?
And a lot of these late matches on a second game in a short amount of time just comes down, as you so very well know, Morgan, and I know, to sheer will. Reese Doherty off the throw. Is there a game winner in this? 4 minutes to find out. Clemson will go forward. Juju. Harris knocked it off. There's a left-footed hit save from Y. But it's a knockdown from your center forward, Juju Harris, leading to that attempt there from Renee Lyles.
And Renee Lyles does the right thing here. She brings this ball down. She knows she's in. Look at this left-footed strike. She lets it go. Tegan Y, a really nice job. I love the idea of hitting this one from Lyles. And these are two teams, remember, there's no overtime. So there's just over 3 minutes left. Both looking to dig deep and see who can make the difference as the time ticks down.
And of course, Renee Lyles, a big piece of this team. She's a grad student, part of that great leadership to help a lot of these freshmen along. Jolie Jenkins will come back in with that wonderful left foot. Cal's going to bring in Kenley Whitaker. Whitaker's a sophomore from Oregon. Yep, you got to commend the spirit of both of these teams, both of their coaches here on a Sunday afternoon. Y with that left foot just pounds it forward. It's flicked on. Kursan providing the chase, not going to get there after the flick on from Lumi Kostmayer. Kostmayer has a pair up front today for California. Hills, who helped turn this game in the second half. Reason with the basket catch and goal. Under 2 minutes left. Jenkins trying to get forward. Is there another chance or two in this? Both coaches, a lot of mutual respect. We're really looking forward to testing themselves against each other. Kursan, the freshman. She's capable of beating people off the dribble. Still Kursan. She's going to hold it up. Bonflasha plays it out wide. Ball's going to come into the box here. It's headed away by Clemson. Under a minute left. Kursan to the back post. That's a dangerous ball. It's squared across the face of goal. Reason got a hand on it. What a ball from Kursan. Now it's Clemson's turn. Under 40 seconds left. Small leading the charge. She plays it out wide and cleared by Cal. "15 seconds. Ball thrown in the box, cleared by Cal. And that is likely going to do it here. Outside of a miracle, you can't stop playing, but it's headed away by Cal. And today it is a 2-2 draw between Cal and Clemson. And what a show these two teams put on here in the second half, Morgan.
And Glenn, just that